vets tonight, there are tens of thousands of homeless veterans on the streets of America. But that number is declining as the Veterans Administration works on a promise to eliminate the problem by 2015. In tonight's Focus on Our Forces, Tom Ziska finds a couple of men who are the faces of that effort.
Aaron Starks has had quite a journey getting from his hometown of Pasadena to this VA dormitory in Houston. Between 2006 and 2010, and Starks was an Army combat medic, which included the violent assault on Sadr City, Iraq. He'll tell you it was a pretty nasty place. And when the opportunity for discharge came, Aaron figured he'd done his part.
When I first got back, it was pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie.
But adjusting to home turned out to have its own challenges, where his mind and body were still prepared for danger around every corner. When self-medicating with alcohol and drugs took its toll and left him on the street, Starks reached out to the VA and asked for help.
I didn't have a job, I didn't have any money, and I was spending all day drinking, all day using drugs. I just wasn't a functional member of society.
Anything that I took and anything that I could do to make myself feel better, I did that.
Aaron's story is not unique. He's just part of a new generation of vets who sometimes struggle to make the transition home. Fortunately, though, there is a growing pool of resources to help.
They deserve to be treated with dignity and respect when they get home.
At the VA's annual Stand Down gathering, many of those resources for homeless vets can be found in one place. From a basic good hot meal to the clothes on their backs, there is also a wide array of housing, mental health, and financial advice and programs to help guide the way towards self-sufficiency. And it's not just the VA, but through community outreach as well.
The VA's mission is to pay back part of the debt that a grateful nation owes to our heroes. That's the only reason why we are in existence.
This converted apartment complex in the medical center is a starting point for a lot of men and women. It provides 90 days of housing, meals, and programs to help homeless vets jumpstart their return to society. The program's director says it has helped reduce Houston's homeless vet community by more than half.
That sounds very rich, but we have been able to house throughout the country 67,000 homeless veterans. In Houston alone, we have reduced the population to probably anywhere between 1,200 to 1,500.
I woke up in a ditch on the other side of the country, away from my family, and I was tired.
That's when Army vet Charles Pavlovich decided he needed help. Strung out on drugs and alcohol just a couple of years ago.
Drinking and using drugs.
He is now sharing his ongoing story of recovery as an example of what assistance programs can do.
Eventually wound up on the street.
While asking for help was certainly a tough step.
I picked up the phone.
And using that help, tougher still, Pavlovich is now working and on his own.
And for those who get tired and can't live that life anymore, that lifeline is there, and all they have to do is reach out and grab onto it, and there's people there that will pull on that line and pull you back up.
In the beginning,
Aaron Stark says grabbing the lifeline was the best decision he has made in a long time.
I would say I'm still just at the beginning of my journey. I've got a long way to go, but at the same time, I'm in a much better place now than I was at that point.
And with plans to go to school and become a nurse, his days of waking up happy rather than dreading what was to come is progress that once seemed unimaginable. Tom Ziska, Fox 26 News.
And there are many helpful resources for veterans and their families in our area, from legal services to help with education and housing. You'll find links to many of those by clicking on Focus on Our Forces on our homepage at myfoxhouston.com.